Hello and welcome to this video. I was going through the PostgreSQL documentation, but I then thought that only reading the documentation is not good. So I've decided to alternate between theory and practical. So next video will be on the theory of Postgres. Then we will see some practical SQL querying, and then theory again, and then practice. So I also made a video. In the initial video, I talked about pgadmin, but there are several applications to handle the database connectivity and to manage database. Now, if you are professional, you would know about this tool. It is called Dbeaver. It is a GUI application to work with databases. Now, if you already know, you can skip this video entirely. But if you are new to databases and you don't know what Dbeaver is, so as you can see in this screenshot image here, it is a tool to work with databases. You can work with almost all popular databases with this. Now, the thing is that it also allows you to talk with NoSQL if you have Pro version, and many other good facilities are also there in Pro version. But I will be showing you the community version, which is the open source version of Dbeaver. So you can go to download, and for Windows, you can download installer or zip file, or using Chocolatey also you can install, which is a package manager for Windows. For Mac OS, it is the DMG file you need, and Brew also has a formula for this. On Linux, it has a Debian installer, RPM installer, tar.gz file, and so on. There is one build for ARM CPUs as well. You can also use Snap or Flatpak to install this. There is a plugin for Eclipse also. You can use it as a plugin. So I have already installed it. So the file I wanted to show you is Dbeaver. And then there is the RPM file, this file. So you can install it on any RPM based tool using RPM minus IVH, and it will just install it. So it installed. If you are on Debian or you download Debian package, then the file name extension would be deb, and you can say dpkg minus I. Now, if you see, there are two versions here. For the tar.gz is one with Java and one without Java. So I have downloaded ls minus LTB. I have a tar.gz file here. So what I will do is I'll just decompress this task space massive, and it has the Java inbuilt with this. So this is how it will look like if you just decompress the file. So what you can do is you can create a symbolic link, or so you can create a symbolic link of dbeaver to, you can say .local/bin, and okay, where applications, you can, if it is not there, you can create the directory. So we create the directory here, and we do a symbolic link. Now, if you see which dbeaver, it will say that it is pointing to user bin dbeaver, but you can update the path so that it finds a file in local bin. So here I can go ahead and say that slash home save slash dot local bin, and then it should find it properly. So if I start a new tab and I say which dbeaver, then run. Okay, it should have found. Okay, let's see if we created the file here. Okay, so I did not give the full path, so it is a dangling link. So what I'll do is local bin dbeaver. I will remove this and cd minus. So we will do the link here. I'll give the full path. Home save downloads. No. This is wrong. So it should go here. Home save downloads dbeaver slash. Okay. Now if I go and say which dbeaver, so it will say that it is in local bin. Now, if you want, you can use the tar.gz version, or if you want, you can get the installed file running. So for now, I will run this from the RPM file. I will delete this symbolic link and I'll just run the viewer here, or you can run it from the GUI. So let's go and run it through GUI. You can search here the Dbeaver. Okay, yeah. Okay, it is also there in the software applications here. So we run this Dbeaver and it will start UI. Okay, so I say no. Now we'll see how we can connect it to Docker. You can send this output to dev null and it will work. So what I was saying, that we need a database and we have our Postgres container running. Yep, we have the Postgres container running. So what you can do is you can say data and you say new database connection. You can select PostgreSQL here and then you go to next. So you host port, database, username. My password is ABCD, with which we create the Docker. So you see it has populated here. It is downloading the Java drivers for this and say download. So the turn downloads, it should be finished quite quickly. Okay, it has connected. Now we go and look at databases. We have Postgres. So if I want, I say refresh. There should be a no. Okay, we create a new database. For example, test on our Postgres UTF. Okay, okay, test already exists. So what we can do is we can edit this. So we delete. We can change this. View databases. So it shows Postgres and has administered. So it should show other databases as well. All right, let's edit the connection. Refresh. It is not attaching. Okay. Let's edit connection. We edit the connection. There is another database which is called test. Oh, okay. You can select here. Show all databases. Okay. Yes. So if you select that show all databases, it will show you the other database. You can connect to test also. So if you want, you can connect to this database. I don't use Dbeaver every day, so I'm also a noob in this. So it is not connected to test database. We can set it as default. Oh, there was a default thing. All right. So in test, we have public schema. In the public schema, we have a table. I had created one table. Okay. Okay, it's not there. Fine. Let's see. So what we can do now is open SQL script here, and we can say create table test1 ID big serial, and we can run this. You can run it by right clicking and execute SQL query, or you can simply click this. So it created the table. So the table should be here now. We need to click refresh, and we have our table test1. If you look at the columns, we have column ID big serial. And the rest of the things will work as it worked in pgadmin. So henceforth, when I will show the queries, I will show with the Dbeaver. And I think I'll end this video here. It's a good tool. There, it is useful. You can do certain things which you can't do with pgadmin. For example, explain execute plan, load execute plan, import export. So lots of things are there. You can do DB full text search, and you can do various things here which are not there in pgadmin. And if you want that, you want pro software for production users or for your company, you can choose to buy the pro license, or the Eclipse plugin you can use. If you work with Eclipse, you can use that. Now there is another thing I wanted to show you. We put this now. Remember that I was trying to show you the extensions long ago when we started. So you can access certain things from Visual Studio as well. So what you need is two extension, SQL Tools and SQL Tools PostgreSQL or CockroachDB driver. You need these two extensions installed. Once you have these two installed, you can say connect, and it will be connected. So how you can connect is, if you don't have a connection already defined, you can say plus. You can choose the database type here, and then you can fill this form. You can give the connection name, connection group. Let me zoom a bit. So you can give these values, and you can create a connection just like in Dbeaver. Now the thing is that it will not support all the queries, okay? But it definitely supports a subset of queries, all right? So for example, I can say select star from test1. I created this table earlier, and we have select star. So you can say run on active connection, and then it says no data. So what we can do is we can insert some data, insert into test1 ID values, and we insert one. So if you want to run this, you can run this. And then if you want to see the console, SQL console, it says insert successfully executed. Now you can go here and you can say rerun query, and then it will give you the data. So the data is here, 1. It shows the data in CSV format. So for each query, it will create a tab. You can go there and run it. So if you want, you can insert more. So let's say insert 2, and we say run on active connection, and it will insert, and then you can again run select star. Okay. So somehow it is buggy. So we can say select star from test one, say run on active connection, and then we have 1 and 2 in the output. So if you are programming in code, you can query using SQL tools here. And if you want, I don't know how to edit this. Okay, we'll see. So either you can use SQL tools from VS Code, or you can use what we had for Dbeaver. So either use Dbeaver or use SQL tools from this. So I'll end this video here. In general, I prefer the command line, the PSQL version, because there are lots of things you can do in PSQL which you can't do in Dbeaver, because PSQL command line supports Emacs like editing. So and you can recall the SQL commands very easily because of Emacs like properties. I'll show some of it. The problem with Dbeaver is that I don't like commercial software. That is my problem. But if you are okay with commercial software, that is fine. And I'll show things using Dbeaver only. VS Code, SQL tools is a bit clunky. Sometimes it works and it opens all the tabs all the time, which is not really nice. So you'll see. We will use Dbeaver for now. And if you find this video useful and informative, please subscribe and like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel and like the video. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, make use of the comment box. Why I ask you to like and subscribe is because when you like and subscribe, the reach of the videos increases and more people can benefit from this, because that's how YouTube algorithm works. The more subscription, the more likes are there on the videos, it spreads to more people, it goes into feed of many other people. So thanks a lot for watching and happy programming.